आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
भगत भगवान है
13th February is the death anniversary of the freedom fighter Budhu Bhagat. Budhu Bhagat was born on 17th February 1792 in Silagai village of Ranchi district. He was the leader of Coal Rebellion of 1831-32 in the region of Chota Nagpur Plateau. The revolt is also known by the name of the Larka movement.
During the Coal Rebellion, Budhu Bhagat led the coals against the local zamindars who were loyal to the British. He also wanted to protect the forest resources. During the rebellion, the British soldiers killed the innocent people indiscriminately. Elderly people, women and even children were not spared by the British. To save people, Budhu Bhagat jumped into the fight against the British with his two sons, Haldhar and Giridhar. Budhu fought valiantly, but he was surrounded by the British army, which was led by Captain Impey.
He knew that the merciless British army will shoot all the innocent villagers. Thus, to save the people, Budhu proposed surrender. However, the brutal English officer ordered the army to fire upon them, and the brave leader of the people was martyred on February 13, 1832. AIR News salutes the brave son of the soil.
What my country says to you, it says in the words of the old Hindu prayer that rises up in every home, night after night. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace.
13 February 1879 is also the birth anniversary of the Nightingale of India, Sarojini Naidu. Born in a Bengali family in Hyderabad, her maiden name was Sarojini Chattopadhyay. She was educated in Madras, London and Cambridge. After some experience in the suffragist campaign in England, she was drawn to the Indian independence movement. She returned to Hyderabad in 1898. That same year, she was married to Govindarajulu Naidu.
She participated actively in the non-cooperation movement in the 1920s. In 1924, Sarojini Naidu travelled to Eastern Africa and South Africa to gather support for Indian independence. In 1925, she became the first Indian woman president of the National Congress. She toured North America to raise awareness about the Indian freedom struggle from 1928 till 1929. Back in India, her anti-British activity brought her a number of prison sentences from 1930 to 1943.
She accompanied Gandhi to London for the second Round Table Conference.
Speaking in the Constituent Assembly on 11 December 1946, Sarojini Naidu explained the importance of the Constitution of India and how it will empower the Indian people.
A charter that shall restore to our mother still in fetters, her rightful place as a torchbearer of liberty, of friendship, of love, of equity. And she who today still mourns in a house with its roof of snow and its walls of sea will rejoice, relighting her lamp of inspiration, so that once again in history she takes her rightful place, and she will be justified of her children, and her children will be justified of her.
Following India's independence from the British rule in 1947, Naidu was appointed as a governor of the United Provinces, present-day Uttar Pradesh, making her India's first woman governor. She remained in office until her death on 2nd March 1949.
Sarojini Naidu was also a prolific writer and poet. She began writing at the age of 12. Her first book of poems was published in London in 1905, titled The Golden Threshold. She is known for her vivid use of rich, sensory images in her writing and for her lush depictions of India. Her second and most strongly nationalist book of poems, The Bird of Time, was published in 1912. Her poem, The Gift of India, criticized the British Empire's exploitation of Indian mothers. Her collected poems have been published under the title The Sceptred Flute and the Feather of the Dawn. We salute the great daughter of the nation.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.